Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Okay, so this week we are going to do scissors, paper, rock. What will you choose? Okay, thank you again to everybody that has been liking, following, and subscribing. Please continue to do so and spread the word so we can get live, up and running and happening sooner rather than later. Also, I hope you guys caught the overview of Intro to Art Therapy. I hope that the point, I got the point across that it's about using art in a way to deal with anxiety, depression, you know, to take your mind off stuff, give you a little bit of an escape when you need it, something that you can pick up and put down as often and as much as you like. It's about coping mechanisms, okay? Not about art itself, not about talent, not about any of that, because, yeah, I've been doing it for years and I'm still not what I would consider talented. That's not the point. The point is it gives you a bit of an escape. All right, let's get into it. If you chose scissors. Okay, so if you chose scissors, the overall card this week is the Love and Romance card. So yes, great time to be going out on dates, trying, if you're single, meeting somebody. If you're partnered up, then do something special. Enjoy the energy, enjoy what you have, never take it for granted. Okay, so apart from the romantic side of things, there's also just, I want to say love in the air, but in the sense of the love we have for friends and family, and thanking the universe for our blessings. And I feel like that, you know, things might not always be going our way. And those times, more than any other, you know, stop and take stock of what you have in your life, the love that you have, the types of love. For instance, my little fur baby that's over there huffing and puffing because I'm not giving her belly rubs. I am so thankful that I have her in my life, and my friends and my family and my clients, you know. So I might not single at the moment, so I might not have the romantic love, but I do have a lot of love in my life, and I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. But I know a lot of people aren't, and it's just be thankful that you've got some sort of love in your life in some form, and from that, good things will come. Now, the first card out is the life lesson and learning card. Okay, so I am going to say, if there's any sort of education that you guys want to undertake in order to in order to better embrace the love that you have, whether it be learning on how to communicate more effectively with your partner, or you know, doing a workshop of some sort. You know, they have adult classes, adult workshops out there to embrace the sexual side and all of that sort of thing when it comes to relationships. But there's, you know, if you're getting into art, you can take up classes to learn more, or study. Just, there is some learning there to be had. But overall, it is life learning. And life learning is different than the educational side, because it is talking about there are things that you're going through at the moment that you need to learn from in order to take this positive, loving energy with you into the rest of your life. Now, when we say that we've got lessons to learn, it's not always bad. It's not always a bad lesson that we have to learn, but it could be like, you know what, I'm feeling a bit frazzled today, but now I think of my partner, or I think of the love that I've received, and I'm very grateful for that. And then suddenly you start feeling better because you're thinking about this, the love that's around you, and then you feel stronger, and you're like, okay, well, the lesson here is that when I do start to feel down or things aren't going the way, to be humble and think of the love and support that's in my life, and let that lift you up. I'm trying to avoid all the love song lyrics, but that's where I'm saying there's a life lesson here. Excuse me, it could always be worse. Every situation can always be worse. Never ask out how, because you will get an answer to that. Moving forward, baby. Okay, so another good sign for those of us that are single, there could be romance just around the corner. but there's definitely love in some form just around the corner. So there's something new that is starting. So yes, it could be a new hobby, a new friendship. You could find a new game or a new TV show or something that you're really gonna get into. But there is something new for you just around the corner, and there's something that you're really going to enjoy. Okay, the surprise card, upside down. So this is saying that there's no big bad surprises. Oh, we've got all the puppies coming in today. Hello. There's no big bad surprises that you need to worry about. Excuse me. If there is something that's on your mind that you're really worrying about at the moment, kind of put it to the side. You know, when we're starting to feel good, we kind of self-sabotage that a lot. We're kind of like, oh, well, I'm feeling good now, but tomorrow I've got to go back to work, or next week I've got to pay that bill, or whatever. Don't do that to yourself. Put all of that crap aside. Live in the moment. Enjoy time with this loving energy. Okay. Now this is good. This is the overseas travel card. So this is upside down. So this is literally saying that this loving energy, as long as you nurture it like a baby, like a new plant, like whatever, it's not going to disappear out of your life. Okay, so this is really good. It's like, look, still enjoy it and embrace it right now, but don't be worried that it's going to slip through your fingers and going to disappear. So if this is in terms of asking about a relationship that you're in right now, this is pretty much like this is going to go on for a while. Doesn't mean forever, but it does mean that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, there is the conflict card. So this is the normal thing that I always say is, this is all a good reading, but nothing lasts forever. Not good, not bad. So, there are going to be, this loving energy, this relationship, whatever it is. It's going to be great. Enjoy it. But there is going to be ups and downs with it at some point. You can't just say, is this, I've met somebody, I really love him, am I going to marry him? Yes, okay, great, yeah, you're going to marry him, so everything's going to be perfect. Fuck no. Nobody gets into a relationship or a marriage without ever having a fight. If that is the case, there's something fucking wrong. Nor should you be fighting every 2 seconds. Everything has balance, up, down, good, bad, and this is what this is saying. So, there's going to be some conflict there. There might be somebody trying to come in and take the relationship from you. There might be conflict between you and this loved person. But I actually feel like it's around you. It's going to be an outward source. So it could be people being jealous that you have found that you love. That, whether it be the romance side or, again, a new video game, a new TV show, and I really like this TV show, and people around you are like, oh my god, jealous of you being happy. So they're like, oh, why would you like that show? It's completely stupid and it's so badly written. And kind of like, well, screw you, I like it. And that's the main thing. Keep to what you like. Don't engage in conflict because somebody else has their knickers in a twist. Let them be. Just be like, okay, see you, bye, and then off you go. Because there's no need for this conflict is pointless. Whatever this conflict is, most conflict is, but this conflict is pointless because it's coming at you, and I feel like it's based on jealousy from somebody else towards you. Now, there's questions and the question and pathway card here. Okay, so this is good in the sense of I feel like that there's going to be a good stint here, good energy, positive, lots of love, lots of happy. But it's gonna kind of be addictive in a way, which is great, to make you wonder what can I do to keep this energy going? What can I do to make sure my life is not full of happiness and positivity and all of this what can I do? Do I need to change things in my life? Do I need to get rid of toxic people? That's a no-brainer. Now, there's no right or wrong questions here, right or wrong answers. It's just like you having that reflection and asking yourself. It's actually telling you that if you're not asking yourself how to keep this energy going, then you really need to be. You need to put down a structure and a plan in place, whether it be remind yourself that you're really enjoying this TV show next time you're having a bad day so you can come back to it. Remind yourself of how the communication between your partner is at the moment and what's been working and what hasn't been, so that you can adopt that later on down the track. Okay, so that was Scissors. Hope it was helpful. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. I shall leave it there. See ya. Guys, if you chose paper, this is your reading. So the overall card here is the Summer card, and it is upside down. Okay, so with the Summer card being upside down, it's kind of giving us kind of saying to us that not that there's bad stuff ahead, but not the best. It's kind of so first off, we'll go with some positive stuff that I'm picking up, and one of the positive things is summer in Australia is obviously coming up end of year. It's Christmas time, so I do feel like that this is like, don't start stressing yourself out about Christmas. It's not going to be a massive Christmas for anybody, I don't think. It's just because everybody has been getting back on their feet this year. I think it's going to be like, let's just call it even and just have a chill Christmas this year. Okay, so it is saying don't get yourself worked up, don't start stressing about Christmas. Now look, I do feel like that this is kind of, look, there is some bad energy around you at the moment. And look, I'll be honest, I don't feel like it's actually I don't feel like we're talking about energy coming at you from other places. I think that this is coming off of you. So I feel like that you might be trapped in your head, you might be putting yourself down, you might be stressing and worrying over nothing. And so, like, chill. That's what I'm going to say. Breathe. I've got the Spirit Energy card here, and it's upside down. And even though that this card is talking about positive spiritual energy, I really do feel like that this is saying that there's nothing, this energy isn't coming from elsewhere. I feel like that there's some issues that you need to work through, some things that you need to let go of. Especially worry, anxiety, concerns, especially even when you know they're stupid. Like, I don't know why I'm worrying about this. Like, let it go. It's one thing to acknowledge that you're worrying about something that you shouldn't be. It's another thing to know that and not do anything about it. Like, it's very easily said, I know, but you need to find some way of channeling your thoughts and your feelings into something positive, rather than holding on to this negative stuff. Even if it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to think about this. I need to just, I'm going to keep myself busy. I'm going to go watch a movie. Go for a walk, go do something to take your mind off this. Okay, so look, I'm sorry to say, the next card over is the Autumn card, and it's upside down. The Autumn card talks about endings, and this is upside down. So to me, it's actually saying there's no point worrying yourself about the situation, because there's nothing you can really do about it at the moment, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, this is one of those situations that's going to be around for a while. Don't like giving bad news or negative news, but let's face it, most of our problems don't go away. It's something that we need to find a way of working through, working out, and fixing. So if right now there is a situation going on that's outside of your control, that there's nothing more you can do to fix it, then why worry about it? Why bother thinking about it? All you're doing is suffering twice. You're suffering through the worry and anxiety now, and then when the bomb does fall, then you have to suffer through it again. So again, easy said, hard to do. But when you think of it like that, it does come down to, well, okay, I've done everything that I can at the moment. I'm not saying that this situation is pointless and that there's no way out. I'm just saying that right now, you might not have all the information. The universe might have another card to deal that will help you get through this situation and get back on track and deal with these issues. So it is kind of like, look, now might not be the best time, but don't bog yourself down in the details and worrying and stressing about it, especially if there's nothing you can do. If there is something in front of you where you can do something about it to fix the problem, then by all means, go for it. You'd be silly not to, otherwise you're just doing it to yourself. Look, I've got the Travel card here. It's upside down. Again, this feels like lack of movement. Like, again, the situation isn't going anywhere. So it might be one of these things where you're trying to deal with a situation or a person or whatever it is. You want them out of your life. You want them to move where you want to be. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so you're going to have to find a way of dealing with this situation, with these people. You're going to have to find your own coping mechanisms, because I don't think there's change coming anytime soon, and they're definitely not changing. The situation's definitely not changing, so you need to. Okay, yes, I know everybody was just rolled their eyes. Oh, I always have to change for people. This isn't for changing for other people. This is changing for yourself, so that you don't have to change how you talk to them or what you do with them. You have to change up here in your mind how you let this situation and these people affect you, and how you wake up in the morning. You might wake up grumpy because of this situation. Are you going to let them ruin your day, or are you going to change that mindset and go, no, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put a smile on my face, and I'm going to fake it until I make it, and I'm not going to let their energy get to me. It's not changing yourself for other people. It's changing yourself for yourself. Okay, next card over, work. If this is to do with work, forget about it. Like, work is work. It's the same old thing. You don't have any, look, this is just saying that, you know, when we are feeling like, oh, there's nothing I can do, it sucks and it's all things wrong, normally we're like, that's when we start to work ourselves up slowly to, oh my god, there's a big problem coming, this is going to hit, it's going to be World War III, bang. No, there's nothing, this is not a bad reading, as in warning you that brace yourself, there's a tornado that's about to hit. No, this is like, okay, make sure you sit on the other side of the room away from the dog, because whew, they've had beans for dinner. Like, you know, it's little things. So look, by all means, if it is work, don't worry about work. Work's going to be fine. Stop stressing about it. Stop worrying about it. It's all good. Now, here we go. We've got prosperity coming in. So regardless of what the situation is involved in this week, for you guys, it is going to end up in a very positive aspect for you. Prosperity is good luck, it's money, it's all of these things in abundance, but it's positivity as well. Like, it's not just financial gains. Like, that's definitely here, financial gains. Yeah, you keep working your ass off, you're going to get paid, you're going to pay off those bills, you're going to move forward, you're going to be able to save up and buy this. Great. There might even be a bonus for your hard work, but I also feel like that there's good luck being generated from this, okay, from this hard work that you're going through. And I don't want you to get confused. This has nothing to do with karma. This isn't, okay, I'm going to bite my tongue because this is a difficult person to be around, so I'm just going to bite my tongue and then karma's going to pay me back for being a big... No, that's not how karma works, okay? Not to me anyway. The way it works is, you need to be looking after yourself. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do whatever you want to do. But when I say as long as you're not hurting somebody, number one person there is yourself. As long as you're not hurting yourself, do whatever you want to do. So sitting there and biting your tongue around people you can't stand that are toxic, or keeping your mouth shut when, you know, that isn't good karma, because you're not being true to yourself. You're not being honest. I'm not saying get into an argument or conflict or whatever, but if what I'm saying is a way out of those two situations, either keeping your mouth shut or getting into a fight, maybe remove yourself and go, you know what, I'm going to go to a different cafe from now on so I don't have to see this Karen every day. Like, there are ways out of different situations. Even if it's work and you're trapped there and you have to work there and whatever, you know, put your head down and concentrate on your work and try and tune those people out, or do whatever you need to do. But that's where this good karma is going to come back, because I feel like you're going to actually overcome something here. There's going to be a bigger payoff for your life in general. It's going to be like trying these coping mechanisms are actually going to work for you, and you're going to be like, oh my god, that's awesome, I'm going to apply that to other aspects of my life. So go with it. Now the last card here is the balance card, and it is upside down. So it is saying that there is something that's not right, a little bit of imbalance there. And look, this is because the energy is kind of crap and things aren't the way they should be and blah blah blah, all of that stuff. So it is kind of like, look, basically what I'm saying here is I feel like, I know I started your reading off with, I feel like there's this negative energy that's coming from you or around you. But that's why you're off balance, because it's kind of that, it's kind of, there's definitely negative energy around you from outwardly, but that's not what we're talking about today for you. We're talking about the negative energy that we then produce. So somebody comes to work and they're in a really bad mood and they're like grumpy as hell. Then suddenly, without them even talking to us, suddenly we're like, oh great, they're grumpy, I'm going to be in for a hell of a day today. We've generated negativity based on their negativity. So that's why it's like negative energy is transferable. It is all I can think is COVID. Contagious. Thank you. Yeah, don't do that. There is energy is contagious. Negativity and positive energy is contagious. You know, everybody says that about a smile. They've got a contagious laughter, whatever. So, like, I'm not interested in where this negative energy is starting. What this is talking about is you in your headspace of, instead of going, oh great, I'm going to have a crap day, instead of doing that, kind of try and be like, okay, well, I'm going to stay away from them today and I'm just going to talk to this person today, and, you know, come up with a plan and a mindset that you're like, okay, I know they're in a bad, but I want nothing to do with that. I don't want them coming at me, and if they do snap my head off today, I'm just going to, I was about to say bite my tongue, but, you know, that's removing yourself from conflict. Different than just sitting there and having them, there's areas there to work on. But come up with that plan on whatever it is to keep yourself out of conflict, away from the negative energy. Like, I'm one of these people that I can get into a conflict and still stay completely positive. We all have our talents. So anyway, I hope that helped, guys. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. Yeah, hope it helped. Bye. Okay, guys, if you chose rock, your overall card this week is the children card. So I feel like that this is, yes, it's talking about children. If there's any issues around them, they're going to be fine. It's going to be great, whatever. But I actually feel like that this card is turning more and more into a sign of innocence. So this card is, nobody's out to get you. Everything's innocent. There's no ulterior behaviors or motivations, or there's no gossiping going on around your back at the moment. Even if you're used to that, it's saying that everything's cool. Everything's calm. Like, you've got the wings, you've got the halo, you've got the ducklings, and, like, just go with it. It's fine. Look, the illusion card's here. Now, the illusion is, it may look this way, it may feel this way, but it's actually different. So this is, I feel like that I'm getting, that we're talking to people that are like, oh, it's all things bad, and people are like, we get in our own headspace and get a little bit, you know, paranoid that people are out to get us, and this is happening and that is happening. Sometimes we just have a run of bad luck, and things don't work out right. You know, it doesn't mean people are out trying to get us or sabotage us. Sometimes there's a lesson that we're not seeing that we need to learn. Okay, so keep in mind out. But basically, it's like there's nobody out to get you, and it might look and feel that way, but it actually isn't. Okay, got the springtime card here. So we'll hold the springtime for a moment. We've got the months of September, October, November. So that's now. Okay, so this is, if you are in this boat of negative energy and had a bad run, I feel like things are about to switch gears. Okay, things are going to start to pay off. The springtime card is, you've done all the hard work, now things are going to start growing around you. You reap the benefit of what you've sown. Okay, now I am just going to throw it out there. If you've been plotting and manipulating and scheming, good luck with that, because that's also going to come back. Basically, this is saying that what you've sent out, you're going to get back. But for most people, this is a very positive thing, because it is talking about hard work and that paying off. Now, the health card is here. It is upside down. There is no real reversed card for health. One way it is one way it's health, one way it's purification. Right now in this is purification. So it does feel like that this is going to be this whole situation that's about to happen, the change of energy, it's going to allow you to turn over a new leaf, a fresh start, a new beginning. Okay, it doesn't mean that anything is ending. It doesn't mean that you're moving houses or quitting your job or relationship or whatever. It just means that, okay, you've gotten through a sticky situation. Now it's time to start fresh again and go, okay, got through that. I dealt with that problem. Now let's begin again. And it really is purifying the whole scenario. Now, the next card over is a younger woman card. That aside, the gender aside, the younger woman card is actually talking about the need. Sorry, I forgot to take a photo of the deck. It is talking about breaking free. It is talking about getting rid of that bad energy. A breakthrough, breaking. Look, sometimes this might actually be talking about breaking up if you're in the wrong relationship, by all means. But this is kind of having a breakthrough and breaking free of. This could be paying off a mortgage. This could be paying off a debt. This could be getting away from a person that may have retired. You know, it's just breaking free. It's letting go of the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay, now the older woman is here and it's upside down. This is a card of reflection. It's actually saying that you don't need to stop and reflect. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it's actually saying in this sense that you don't need to stop and reflect. I think that you've spent so much time going through this bad period that you've reflected as much as humanly possible, if not maybe a little bit too much, hence why it's saying no, you know, it's nobody's out to get you. But this is actually saying that don't necessarily look around and go, oh, I changed something, I did something, and thus this whole energy has tipped on its head and now it's a positive energy. Not the case. It's just that I think I said it in one of the other readings, nothing lasts forever. Not good, not bad. So sooner or later you have a run of bad luck, you're going to have a run of good luck, and vice versa. Okay, so this to me, it feels like you've already, the reason that the energy is changing has one to do with the outside energy, the universe, but also because you've already done everything that you needed to do in order to change the situation. So you don't need to reflect on that. Again, we've already talked about purifying the situation. Again, it's kind of like it's over and done with. Just start again. You learnt your lessons, start again. The last card is the danger card, the authority card. So this is a bit of a warning that you really need to have learnt your lessons, otherwise the whole thing is going to blow up again. So this purification, this letting go of the past, this is partly you, it's partly people around you. You're in the prime position now to let it all go and just start again. But if you make the same mistakes, if you don't learn, if you haven't learned, those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it, okay? But the only danger card here, the only danger it's talking about is from yourself, not outwardly so. So again, you're not being targeted, you're not being victimized. It's just kind of like, if you don't learn why you ended up in this situation, if you haven't learned how you've ended up in this situation, then it's going to happen again. I'm sorry to say. So look, everything that happens in life, good and bad, there's stuff to learn from. The key is we need to learn, we need to realize that and learn as we go along, otherwise it just keeps happening. Okay, well, I hope that helped, guys. If you want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. Otherwise, I shall leave it there. Have a good week.